Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over the cryptocurrency market and Bitcoin, maybe some other coins, and I'll be updating some other coins as I see that. Um, and going into probably some AI tokens. There's a gentleman on Twitter. I can't remember his username handle off his username off the top of my head on Twitter. Going into the AI tokens, okay? AI, artificial intelligence. For those, you've probably heard of the recent was it Chat GPT or something like that that's out there, and everybody's talking about that. Here it is, AI, and some people like it, some people don't. But the facts remain: it's technology, it's disruptive technology, kind of like crypto. So it's probably gonna be really, really good. I like crypto because it's a disruptive technology. Okay, and it's like the internet was in the 90s, very disruptive. If you go back and you look at, I lived through the 90s, guys. If you go back through some of the 90s, there was times that people are like saying the whole internet is not going to exist. People are going to go back to read newspapers. They're never going to read online periodicals. It's not going to happen. No way, man. It's just, if you just don't have the same experience. Well, look at us today. There's some people that probably been born like in this century that haven't even seen a real newspaper probably right now. So that's where we are today with it, guys. AI is disruptive, crypto is disruptive, and Tesla is disruptive too. So, and why I say Tesla? Because technically, guys, and we're Tesla, and chart is dumping, and Tesla is not a car company; it's a tech company. It's got a lot more going on, just cars. So, it's not going anywhere. Probably a good buy right now, wherever Tesla land. I think it was 106 or something like that. Like I said, I'm going to send your kids to college or whatever you're trying to do, retirement fund. Probably a good time to buy it right now. And 5 years from now, dump something in there 5 years from now, see what happens. I'd be willing to place that bet for sure. So, now let's get back to Bitcoin. So here's the deal with Bitcoin, guys. We got some volatility up and down. It's actually been quite fun. I've been enjoying it. I'm like, finally, volatility is back. Here we go, folks, with Bitcoin. And by the way, if you just landed here, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. New subscribers, I do appreciate you too to subscribing to my channel. And the goal of the channel is to help people learn a little bit about the markets more than anything, and not get destroyed in a bear market, not do anything foolish, and just keep holding like they were at 55,000 Bitcoin, and they hold on to the coins. The goal of this channel is more of a trader's mentality, if you will, more of a swing trader's mentality, where you buy Bitcoin, probably, let's say Bitcoin at 18,000, and then you're going to write it up to maybe 30 or 35K, whatever wave the Bitcoin may be doing in 2023. Sell it, reverse it. You could short. That's what I'll be doing in the rest of 2023 or whenever this happens, and then pick it back up down at the bottom. That's just what I prefer to do. The reason why I prefer to do that is because when you see, I'll explain it to you very quick. When you have, let's say, a big, massive amount of money, let's say 100K of Bitcoin, and you see it dwindle down to say 20K, that's not very good for your mental health. Okay. So that's how I see it. So you're in a volatile, the reason people are in crypto is because of volatility. Okay. So, and that's probably the reason why you're listening to my video right now. I'm assuming. I doubt you're here to be conservative, because there's way more conservative things than this. So as you can see, so with Bitcoin, guys, like I'm looking at this, I actually have the 200-day moving average on there too, because there's a guy on Twitter, it's technical analysis guy, right here. This is a pretty good analysis right here, where he's got that 200-day moving average right there at 19.5. I was looking at that and I was like, he came to the kind of the same conclusion that I came to through this, because you have a good shot, even though Bitcoin is at resistance, you can't say that's an ABC, and it's up 2.618. So this wave is 2.618, the length times the length of this wave here. But you have a good shot that there could be a correction, and Bitcoin is going to go up and test 18.7 and 19.1, and potentially if this is a 1-to-1. So you see this wave right here, guys, and back down, and a 1-to-1 on logarithmic is right around 19.4, 19.5. And the reason I say that is because the traditional markets are not done going up. They could still go up a little bit. CPI seems to be good. It could still go up a little bit, corrects and go up. And then Bitcoin is going to be more in maybe like a wedge pattern like this, an expanding wedge pattern. However, I will let you know, you can't 100% rule out the bottom could have been right here, guys. Okay. That could have happened. Okay. So I'm still like right around 60-40, 40-60, 50-50 on whether this is done here or we're going to get one more down. So you have to wait for what the market is going to give you and see what the signals are going to play out. Okay. However, I'll let you know if Bitcoin is going to end up over here near 19 to 20K ish. That could be a really good opportunity for a short opportunity over here, guys. Particularly if you see what in the RSI is what I'd be checking out, because I would be expecting something along the lines of something kind of like that, okay? And then you would have a massive amount of bullish divergence, and then there would be your long right there again. So, okay, guys, that's how I would be kind of looking for that. So don't know if it's going to stop there. It is at resist, could do a little bit of correction and still make its way back up there into like a fifth wave. Okay, going 1-to-1 to this wave right here, 1-to-1. Okay, right now it's at 0.618. That's what the fib I have on here is the fib not retrace, but extension that I have on here is I'm taking the length of this whole wave and I'm correcting it here. And right now it's at 0.618. It's 61% length of this wave right now. 786 is there, and it goes 1-to-1 is right in that box, which is right at that trend line right here, guys. Trend right there. Okay. And then you got the 200-day moving average right there. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at with Bitcoin, guys. I'm gonna take that 200-day. I just put that on there just because somebody had brought it up. I'm not too much of a moving average type of guy. So it's they're helpful. You can check them sometimes, but it's just getting the average. Whether the asset is below the moving average, then it could be a good value. If it's above the moving average, then it's probably not a great value. Or, some people say it's below it, it's bearish, and some people say it's above it. And consistency stays above it, it's bullish. But they do help for confluence more than anything. So that's what I'm looking at with Bitcoin, guys. I don't want to go too much in detail. I'll go over some other coins too. Ethereum's another one that is, it's actually looking like, is going to be finishing up. But if Bitcoin's going to do that, Ethereum come back down, test support, and then get out of there and really make a move up too, guys. And then with Ethereum, that would be a pretty serious retrace. The 1-to-1 is up at 14, 1443, 1445, maybe 1500 for Ethereum or something like that. And that would be a retrace of this leg right here. Okay. That's what I'm checking out with this leg that it's doing. It seems to be retracing this leg over here. And it's at 618 logarithmic retrace already on that leg. Is Ethereum going up to 786? It could be, guys, 1530. It could be heading right up to this area. And if that's the case, that would be the other opportunity I'd be checking out. If Ethereum happens to give you that, then I would certainly be looking at, okay, good opportunity for this over here. Same thing with Bitcoin, guys, on a short. With this amount of volatility, this is nice. I've said before, when assets are this low, you want to be careful of shorting them. However, when you get the setup, it's a little bit different, especially when you have daily RSI that's way up there in oversold territory. It gives you the opportunity. So, like I said, usually in these volatile times that we have right now, I look for setups, and, I'm looking for longs more than anything, because we're near the bottom, in my opinion, with Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. But at the same time, if I see the opportunity popping up, like I mentioned with Near Protocol, and some of the guys that follow me on Twitter jumped into Near Protocol where it spiked up, and then you can get into it real quick and then, write it down into a short. But, you still want to be careful on an asset like that, guys. With like a Near Protocol right here, guys, because you can see, like you could be shorting here, write it down, and then it spikes out of there. But same thing down here, just as far as it's dropped. But, when you see this type of data in the RSI, is what I was looking at. Get in there, and then you can short it. And what I do with something like this is I go a little bit higher leverage and just make the gains in a shorter time frame and get out. That's what I do. So with something like this, because you can see with Near Protocol, it's all the way down near somewhere near its bottom, guys. It probably has one more low or something like that, because more than likely with Near Protocol, I think that's a flat. It's a flat down there that it's doing, okay? So this flat is A, B, C up this way. Now, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It could be. It could be with Near Protocol. So let me just go over it while I'm here with Near Protocol. So it'd be 1, 2, and then technically this would be your 3 on your daily. Let me check the 12-hour real quick. So you got a bunch of that bearish divergence at the top. That's why I was in it like this, because it's so strong on the bearish divergence. So you could have 1, 2. This could be a 3, 4, and it could be an ending diagonal, and then it could come back down. It might actually even swing back up into an ABC, something like that. Usually pretty aggressive, come down and then go back up into a B wave and then really whiz down into a C wave. That could happen too, guys. But if you are bullish or you like Near Protocol, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you check the retrace over here. Where is it going to end up? And as long as Near Protocol doesn't break these lows over here, as long as Near Protocol doesn't break the lows over here of what, $1.23, I was looking for this, $1.15. Then it'll be in a bullish sequence, but I'm not 100% convinced of it yet. It could be A, B, C, and it's going to come back down to these areas. And I would really think that Near Protocol would do something like that if Bitcoin's going to go down and break its previous lows. Or if perhaps it does that, I would think that Near Protocol would be back down to these areas. But so far, I would say 50-50 with Near Protocol, if that's a impulsive move. And it very well could be, because, this wave here, and then how this, is it this a diagonal or breaking down that and then coming up like this? It's a good question. That's a good question. You're just not going to know and see what the market gives you. If it breaks the lows, you have your answer. That's all that you really can do to get the evidence to say, okay, what was it? If you see it back down here, let's say 3 weeks from now, and it's down here, then you'll know that was a flat. And then it's continuing its trend back down. So that's why you got to keep track of your assets too. You like, here it is. Is Bitcoin bottom? And then you come back over here, you check Near Protocol. Is it in that area? And then you can pick some up. It stayed in a bullish sequence, kind of like HBAR. Let me go over HBAR real quick. I'll show you guys something. I was doing HBAR. I'm not an HBAR guy. I'm not really a fan of HBAR at all. But a lot of people ask about HBAR. Okay, so let me go to a daily chart. So here's HBAR, right? HBAR, it's very difficult to get a flat out of that, okay? So HBAR came down, and you can see in this 12-hour chart with HBAR, right? It made an impulse move. Okay, so from the bottom of that channel that I have all the way up to the top, with HBAR, all you got to do, it has a topping tail, wait for the correction, and see if it's going to hold on to that low right there. And more than likely it will, because with HBAR, it came down nice right here, and then it bounced out of there into a impulsive wave. That's the first thing that I noticed with it, okay? So, and then the other thing is looking at this wedge, or this pattern that it came down that I put on here. This was my target for HBAR down here. So you have HBAR. So you look at the RSI. So you got a 1 and then a flat for a 2. And this whole thing probably was the 3. You can see right there, back up into that 4. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. And now it whizzed right back out of there into a 5-wave move. So you have a good shot that was the bottom on HBAR, that 0.035 cents. Just because of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has a reversal impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's usually a good, you have a good shot that that was a reversal if that's a 5-wave move. You don't have divergence down here, so it's in question. You know, from this wave to this wave, you don't have divergence. But if that is a 5-wave and it bounced out of there in a 5-wave, that was probably it for HBAR, guys. So take a look at it on a weekly and look at support and resistance on the other side of where it landed. So you can see that's where I was looking for it to go, was 0.031, and HBAR decided to look like hit 0.035 or 6. Okay, and it's right in this area, guys, right in that area. See, right here, and it just bounced right there. So it's looking pretty good. You just have to pay attention to it, see where it's going to correct to, and that could be it for HBAR, guys. And then if you take a look at the down here, it's it did take it out a little bit right there on the weekly. Take a look at the 5-day. Okay, yeah, you get your bullish divergence on the 5-day, guys. You see that? Here's your peak. Here's your bullish divergence. Take a look at the 10-day, see what it does. Yeah, the 10-day, it took it out on the 10-day. But the 5-day, the lower time frames have it. Check the 3-day. Yeah, back down and get your bullish divergence. So yeah, I would say definitely you want to, if you really like that this coin, guys, you want to pay attention to it right here. What is it going to do on a correction? Okay. And wherever it ends up, this is going to be your first spot right here to check the bottom of that 4th wave. Depending on how bullish it is, how bearish, where Bitcoin is going to go, it's going to be it. But the first area is going to be the bottom right there of that area. And you can see if it's going to make a correction, it doesn't stop right there, then it's going to be back down on top of that wave right here. More than likely, if it breaks through there and then back down here, which would be better for a coin like this. But you got to remember, you know, this is what you want to look for. You want to look for an ABC, and you have to realize too that, you know, cryptocurrencies like to do a flat, and it could go back up like that, right? So sometimes what happens is you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then some people get trapped and they don't think it's over with, and it's going up into a B wave, and then what? Boom, just like that. As a matter of fact, since it went to the bottom of this channel to the top of that channel, and it does something like that, I'd probably check the middle of that channel too, just to see if it landed there. That's what I would do. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.